arrive here in this moment amidst all the chaos of the world and the fireworks of the weekend. Just taking a moment to settle, find your breath, find your sit bones, and notice where you are in space and in time. Notice what you hear and what you feel. Notice if there's a breeze. I see several of you outside too. Notice any smells. And find your root. Sit up a little bit taller, stack each vertebrae one atop the other. Reach the crown of your head to the sky, reaching as tall as you can. Take in a big in-breath, growing tall. And exhale, settle in. And this morning, we'll bring a hand to heart and another hand to top as we start. And I thought today we would explore this idea of independence, which is complicated. And I have my toddler grandson visiting, and he is too, and is independent. And yet we have this idea of what independence is good and what independence is bad. And I often work with many people on toxic independence, where we want to do everything ourselves because we're better and faster. And yet we end up exhausted and depleted. And many people had conflicts about Independence Day and what that means. And so to think today that independence is maybe about choice and autonomy, and whether that is the things that you do or how you respond to those things that are happening around you, and what might be healthy independence and choice. Independence in what you do in each day, how you show up for what's happening around you, how you show up for your loved ones. And thinking that independence is also learned. We have to play with what's the right amount of independence and notice that we think there's a right amount. Maybe it changes over time. And this idea that independence is something that arises from within. It's you having choice and deciding and having the ability to decide about your own space and your own body and your own mind. And just letting that be something to explore. How might you like to independently show up for the world? Not having to manage how everyone else shows up, but just how you show up. And remembering also this idea of complicated. Most things in the world are complicated, especially now. But we can lean into where we do have control and where we do have choice. And taking a moment to flip your hands, put the uncomfortable one on the bottom, and just notice how that feels. Pressing the hands into the heart space, releasing some oxytocin, activating your kindness, compassion, creativity centers, enjoying the top hand on the bottom hand, lessening the stress hormones, setting yourself up physiologically for pleasure and comfort, breathing in some oxygen, sending it all the way to your fingernails and your toenails, to every nook and cranny of the lungs and the heart and the belly, and exhale, release and soften. And we'll bring our hands together, rubbing them in front, creating a little bit of heat and energy around this idea of independence and choice. And bring your thumbs to your sternum, press your palms together, each finger pad pressing against the other, noticing the energy of that connection and the palms together, elbows out wide, creating energy and tension, set your intention, perhaps around this idea of independence or freedom from old thoughts, independence from systems and ways of doing things. What if it was okay to be the independent person who wanted to do it a little differently? What if you could let go of the judgment or of others? Many of you I know were the independent girl who wanted to do things her own way, and maybe you got shot down. So maybe you want to come back a little bit more independent, but a healthy independence. What is that? Breathing in, pressing your thumbs into your sternum, sealing in whatever that intention might be, and a little compassion in that spot behind your heart. And when you're ready, lowering hands and open your eyes and just let things go. We will plant our right fist on the floor or hand if you can reach, and reach your left arm over, bend your elbow, and enjoy the left side body. Wiggle your fingers. Press into that right hand and switch sides. And because we're practicing healthy independence, do whatever you want today of my invitation and choose something else if it doesn't work for you. Bend that left elbow, root your right hip down, and reach those left fingers, your right fingers to the left. Let it feel really good. Stretch and create space. Reaching both arms tall and have a little wiggle. Enjoy your waist reaching tall, tall, tall. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up, and have a stretch and a shimmy. Reach from your root to the sky. Huge breath in. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach tall as you can. Tall, tall, tall. Slight arch back and round forward. Suck your belly back. Let your shoulders and palms stretch, reaching as far as you can. Inhale, tall to the sky. Exhale, tip left or right, you choose. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tip to the opposite side, whatever side you didn't choose. And come back to center. Open your arms out wide, draw them back, and we'll create those snow angels. Opening up your shoulders, as big or small as you like. Let it feel good. Perhaps the independence is to do things that feel good to you today. Reaching your arms up to the sky once again, wiggle fingers, reach your right arm up as tall as you can and lower it, and your left arm as tall as you can and lower it. Open arms wide, and we're going to come into eagle arms, right elbow under left, grasp your fingers, and bring shoulders to shoulder height if that works, and pause here. If this doesn't work, give yourself a hug instead. Breathe into this interscapular space. Press your elbows against each other. Release the elbows. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Allow the release and the tension to melt. Inhale, lift up a little bit further than last time. Hold here. Exhale, round into your belly. Elbows will come to your xiphoid process. Drop your head and neck. Release. Let your back round. Drop your head. Let it totally melt. Inhale, come back up to center. And we'll untangle, switch sides. Wiggle fingers in between, releasing. Bring elbows to shoulder height. Pause here. Let the interscapular space soften. Set that as your intention. Allowing. Sometimes independence is allowing the things to happen that are out of your control. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Press your elbows against each other. Notice the subtle, tiny shift. Release. Pause and enjoy the releasing, the melting. No rush, no urgency. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, round forward and enjoy the release. Sending that oxygen all the way to your tippy toes, to the farthest intercostal sections. Each alveoli enjoying a little bit of fresh air. When this feels complete, come back to shoulder height and untangle. Press your arms to the side. Spread your fingers wide. Pinch your scapula. Create some tension and energy. Exhale, release. Lower your hands and let things integrate. Pinch your shoulders up to your ears. Drop your occiput into them. Give yourself a massage. Squeezing as tight as you can. Lots of energy shifting. Exhale, let it melt. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Come back to center and to the right. If that's okay. If your neck doesn't like this, choose independence and don't do it. Come back to center. Drop your chin to your chest. And come back to center. And we'll come off the block. Come to hands and knees. Have your blocks somewhere nearby. And we'll start with cat-cow. Have your knees be hips width. You can be on fists or palms. Choose what feels better for your wrists. Inhale for cow. Gazing forward. Let your heart shine forward. Notice the tops of your feet, planting them into the earth. Exhale, come into the best, most delicious cow you can find. Inhale. Sorry, that's for cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale into a full cat. Come back to neutral. Plant your hands if you're on your fists and gaze over the right shoulder. Bring your right hip forward and enjoy the stretch. Come back to center and switch to the opposite side. Come back to center. We'll do that one more time, gazing over to the right. Move your right hip forward and notice the tiny little shifts in the left side. Come back to center and do the opposite. Come back to center. Find a stable tabletop. Stretch your right leg behind and pause here. Find steady. When you're ready, raise your right leg to hip height, maybe a little below, and your left hand long. Pressing fingers in one direction, heels in the other, as long as you can. We'll lower hand, lower toes. Turn your right heel to the left and reach your right arm up, coming into gate pose. Gazing at the view. You can draw your right hand back a little bit, gazing up. Notice what you notice. Wiggle fingers. And reach that right arm over the right ear. Lengthen your right side body. Kickstand that back left foot and raise your right foot up to hip height, coming into a balanced pose. If this works for you, if you feel like it, bend your right knee and reach for your right foot, ankle, and enjoy a stretch. Let your chest open, your right shoulder draw back. Release. Stretch long, lower your foot, and we'll come back to tabletop. Enjoy a cat-cow in between sides, maybe 2 or 3. Let yourself choose. Enjoy the choice here. Noticing that when we give ourselves choices where we are less frustrated where we don't have choice and control. Stretch your left leg long, raise it to hip height. Find steady, and when you're ready, reach your right arm long, even it out. Stretch as long as you can. Breathing, find center. Take a moment to close your eyes and notice the difference between center with eyes open and closed. Take a moment to appreciate your eyes for helping you balance. You'll lower your right hand, your left toes, drop your heel, and reach your left arm to the sky. Draw your left shoulder back and gaze upward. Let it feel really good here. Reach your left arm over your left ear. Reach the outside of the left foot. Press it into the earth. And when you're ready, kickstand your right foot. Raise your foot, left foot, and come to a balance pose if it feels good to you. And enjoy doing what feels good here. You can roll your wrists, stretch your hands, hold still, you choose. And stretch your thigh if that feels good. Grab your foot and let this feel wonderful. Enjoying the release. Let your shoulder drop backwards. No hurry, no rush. Extend and stretch once more. Come back to tabletop. Enjoy a cat-cow in between. And we'll come to downward dog. Let it feel amazing. Upside down, shifting perspective. Upside down is a great place to reconsider things. Things like independence. Where do you have independence? Where is it healthy? Where might it be toxic, meaning you're doing too much independently? Where are you not asking for help? Where are you not letting other people help when they want to? Letting people help you is often a gift. Lift up onto your tippy toes as high as you can. Reach your sit bones to the sky. Let your hips be the apex. Press into your hands. Lower your forehead towards the earth. Release your neck fully. Shake it out. Lower both heels. Pause here. Allowing the energy to shift. Let that be the choice. Allowing things that are out of your control can be an act of independence. Bend your left knee. Press your right heel towards the earth. Switch sides. Lift up onto your tippy toes once again. Press into your hands. Reach your hips back. Lower heels. We're going to ground into both ball mounts. Connect with your right one. Raise your left leg to the sky. Stack your hips. Roll your ankle. Let your head release and gaze at the view under that left armpit. Rolling in both directions. Re-square your hips. Press your heel into the back, to the sky or the trees or the wall. Gently bring your knee between your hands. Grab your blocks. We're going to come into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bring your blocks under your shoulders and settle in. Let this feel really good. Draw your back knee back and pause. Pause to allow. Potentially bring your hands even to your thighs and set your torso up a little more perpendicular. Let the crown of your head reach to the sky. Or use your blocks. Do what feels good to you. If you have room, reach your arms to the sky. Bring your palms together. Point your index fingers to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Notice that right hip flexor. Gently tip leftward a smidge, inviting a little release. Back to center, tip rightward. Just notice the differences here. Tip backward a little bit. Bring your hands, drip them to heart center. We'll hinge forward at the waist a little bit, and you'll bring your right arm over to the left thigh, coming into a twist if you can. Come back to center. Lower your hands to the blocks. Curl your back toes, and we'll lift up to a high lunge here. Take a minute to steady yourself. Use the blocks. Place your hand on the right block and twist leftward into that easy twist. Wiggle your fingers. If you want, wrap your left hand into your right hip crease and roll the left shoulder back. Gaze at the view. Engage your right glute to stabilize you. Reach your fingers to the sky. Come back to the blocks. Hop your back foot forward. Come into a pyramid pose. You choose whether you want it long or short. Practice independence and choice. Release your head and play with it here a little bit. You can rock forward and back, come to a half lift or not. Just like toddlers, it feels good to have choice and to notice where you're choosing. Our brain always wants to notice where in life we don't have choice. But notice where you do. Bend your front knee a little. Turn your right heel towards the left and move it back about a foot, and we're going to cartwheel up into warrior two. Pause here, gazing over that front middle finger. That's your drishti, your intention, where you're headed. Breathe. Flip that front palm up and shift back into reverse warrior, elegant warrior. Let it feel good. Hang out here a little longer. Fan open the rib cage on the left side. Wiggle fingers, let it be light. Sink in a little further if you can. If that feels good, let yourself choose what feels good for you. And when that feels complete, cartwheel back to warrior two. Pause here. Notice if your front knee is coming medially and bring it back in line. Adjust your toes. Straight your front knee and bring your hips back. We're going to tip all the way forward into Trikonasana. Grab a block if you have it. And gaze up at the right hand. Notice the view. Draw your right shoulder back. Cartwheel back up. And pause. Bring your hands forward, turn your hips forward, hop your foot out, and we're going to come to warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips. Even things out. You'll move the blocks out of the way. Bring your hands, clasp them behind your hips and shine your heart forward. Gaze up. If you have room, pinch your shoulders together. If you have room. Wiggle your front foot a little bit laterally, and if it feels good, hinge forward into humble warrior. Gaze at the view here. Enjoy your shoulders. You may want to draw your right shoulder back and look rightward. Come back to center. Inhale, rise up. Heart shines forward. Adjust your feet. We're going to come into warrior three. So you find a spot that feels good to you. Lift up all 5 toes on the front foot. Lower them down. Bring your hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward. And come to fly. Roll your right ankle out. Reach your arms wide. Bring your arms forward. Practice independence here. You choose what feels good to you. Hands can also be on your hips. Pause. Inhale gently. Bring that right foot forward. Bring your hands to your hips first. Rise upright. Bring your knee forward. And tip back to warrior three. And lower your foot back down. Grab your blocks and you'll bring your back foot forward to meet the front. Come into a forward fold. You can use the blocks, stack them up, and create a place for your head or clasp your elbows, you choose. Let your back release, your legs release. And upside down, invite your perspectives to shift, allowing flexibility in thinking, in choices. You get to choose how to respond. You get to choose to ask for help. You get to choose which direction you want to go from here. Playing with this idea of independence, healthy independence, what is that? You can bend and straighten your knees, let it feel good. If you're on the blocks, move them and bend your knees generously. Let your hands go. Inhale, use your belly and rise up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach your arms out and up to the sky. Palms will come together. Hands will come to heart center and pause. You can lower your hands to mountain pose if you wish, or keep them together, you choose. And pause a moment here. Pause and notice, let yourself feel. Notice perhaps what healthy feels like. Take a minute to breathe and enjoy. Rolling wrists. Find the four corners of both feet and lift up all 10 toes, lower them down. Inhale your arms out and up, reaching up, palms come together, and we'll drip down, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back directly to downward dog. Notice how it feels. And take a look at the view. Enjoy the backs of your legs. Maybe walk the dog. Wave at the passersby. Breathe in and out. Pausing here for a few extra moments. Let it feel really good. When you're ready, plant your hands, ground into the left foot, raise your right leg to the sky, perhaps stack it, roll your ankles in both directions. Re-square your hips, reach your foot to the back, engaging fully, everything engaged. Big inhale, gently bring your foot between your hands, coming into that low lunge, grab your blocks, and take a moment here. Taking good care of your left hip flexor. If you want to bring your hands to your thigh, do that. Notice the slight shift and what feels different. If you want to bring your arms to the sky, do that. Ooh. Bring your pointer fingers together, interlace your fingers, tip leftward. Come back to center, tip rightward. Tip backward a little bit. Come back to center. Release your hands, clasp your fingers, shoulders down and back. Heart shines forward. Ooh. Release your hands, bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward halfway and hook your left elbow on your right knee if you can. And we'll come back to center, rising back up. Find your blocks, curl your toes, and lift up to a high lunge. Again, if you want. You can always choose something different. Bring the left block a little bit medially and twist to the right, coming into that easy twist, which may or may not be easy. You can wrap your right hand into the left hip crease, draw your shoulder back if that feels good. And reach your arm back up. And we'll come back, plant your hands on the blocks. Bring your blocks back to center. Hop forward to the pyramid, long pyramid, short pyramid, you choose. And here you can rock. You can do a half lift or not. You can move closer or farther. Do what feels best to the back of your right leg. Practice kindness, practice choice. Noticing where you have choice. And perhaps reflecting here on what is healthy independence. Where are you not asking for help where you need it? How might allowing people who want to help be a gift to them and to you? Plant your back foot where it would be good for warrior two and on a pigeon-toed angle, and you'll cartwheel up to warrior two. When you arrive, take a few moments here to let the blood flow settle, the energy settle. Find your front middle finger, let your gaze reach forward. Breathe. Bend that front knee a little more, sink in. Engage your left glute. Flip your front palm up and tip backwards into reverse or elegant warrior. Let yourself feel peaceful here. Enjoy the fanning open of the front ribs. Stretch your left fingers down to the popliteal fossa, one of my favorite words. When that feels complete, cartwheel back to warrior two. Pause. Let yourself enjoy it. Notice your feet, your belly. Let your heart lift. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. Straight your front knee. Your left hips will shoot back, right hand forward. Come to Trikonasana or triangle pose. Reach your left hand to the sky. Draw it back and gaze upward. Notice what you see, what you hear, what you feel. Left hand wraps into the right hip crease and gaze up at the sky. Twist a little further. Reach the left hand up to the sky once again. Rise upward. You're going to twist your hips forward. Right foot comes out. Come to warrior one here. Reach your arms out to the side. Clasp them at your sacrum. Heart shines forward. Take a minute to adjust your feet if they need adjusting. When you're ready, tip forward into humble warrior. When you're ready, rise up. Take a moment to let the blood flow adjust here. Release your hands, shake them out, and you'll bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to tip forward into warrior three. Move your blocks if you need to. Potentially move your right foot a little more centrally. Hop your back foot forward. And when you're ready, lift up and balance. And enjoy choice here. Arms wherever they would like to be. You may wish to tip forward a little bit more. Bring your hands to your hips. Find steady. And when you're ready, tilt upward, bring your knee forward to hip height to a 90-degree angle. Pause. Find steady. And when you're ready, tip forward, raise that left leg to the back. Once again. Lower your left leg alongside the right. We'll sit back into a chair pose. Widen your feet, wide, wide, wide. Your hips will come back. Heart shines forward. You can bring your hands to heart or in front. You choose. When you're ready, flip up. Release your head and neck. Shake it out. Lift up all 10 toes while you're upside down. You can use blocks or no blocks. Lower them down and we'll unroll up to stand. Let things readjust. Take a moment. Roll wrists and ankles out. Maybe shake it all out. Scrunch your shoulders up. Let them melt. We're going to come into a tree pose, and you can come into whatever tree you would like. We'll use, if you want, left foot as the tree trunk first. Lift up all 5 toes, root them downwards. Notice the 4 corners of your feet, and you'll kickstand your right heel to start. Bring your hands to heart center or your hips. Choose the one that feels better. Bring the sole of your foot to your calf or your thigh. Draw that right knee back a little bit. And if you wish, reach your arms up into whatever tree feels good to you. Draw your knee forward, and you'll reach your foot forward and bend, bringing your tree back. Hands back to heart if they are not to your heart. And you'll lower your foot and roll out the left ankle, shake things out, letting go of any tension. Notice the tension and let it go. Remembering the somatic trick of just shaking. It's fantastic. Root your right foot downward, all 5 toes lift up. Root them down, each one, all 4 corners. Kickstand the left heel for a moment. Find a good spot for your hands and bring your foot up to your calf, your thigh. Draw the left knee back a little bit. And if you wish, grow some branches. And you can let your tree be whatever feels good to you today. Might even be a lopsided tree. When you're ready, you're going to bring your knee forward and stretch your leg forward. Bend your knee. Place it back. Lower your hands and shake out your tree and everything else. And I think we will come from here to lie on our backs, because why not? If you have a block, keep it nearby, and if you don't worry about it. Let yourself arrive. Today, knees bent, unless you want them to be straight, you choose. And notice what parts of you are connected to the earth underneath. Bring your knees together, feet apart. Bring your arms over your head into an easy cactus shape. Drop your knees to the left and enjoy your right hip. Bring your knees back to center and drop them to the right. Enjoy the release. Invite the left hip to let go. Bring your knees back to center, your knock-kneed, Enjoy a bit of windshield wipers to one side and maybe the other. Come back to center and bring your knees into your chest and have a rock. Massage your sacrum. Let it feel good and enjoy a happy baby if you wish. And you can straighten one leg, both legs, play with it. Let it be fun. Bring the soles of your feet together and lower your feet to the earth. They'll be hips width. Hands by your waist. Press into your feet. Lift up your hips. Come into a bridge pose. Shimmy shoulders underneath you. You can grab your mat or your hands underneath your hips and reach your hips to the sky as high as you can. Breathe. Reach even higher. Shimmy your shoulders under you a little bit more. Press into your feet. Lift up on your tippy toes. Lower your heels. Lift up your tip toes onto your heels. Lower them down. Lift up a tiny bit more. Untuck. Release the mat and unroll inch by inch, releasing until you land on the mat. Be messy for a moment. Wiggle your toes. And we'll bring one leg to perpendicular, so your knee at 90 degrees, the other alongside it, and reach your arms up to the sky. And we'll do a couple of dying bugs here. Roll your wrists first and your ankles out first. Pause in the center. Inhale. Exhale, stretch your left leg long, right arm long, or whichever one you want. Come back to center and switch sides. And do a few more at whatever pace feels good to you. Planting your sacrum on the earth, pressing your navel to your spine, but let it feel good. It can be a full stretch, a partial stretch, doesn't matter. Come back to center. Lower your hands to the ground. Your knees will still be parallel. You'll raise one leg to the sky and the other alongside it. Adjust your sacrum so it's flat on the earth, the triangular bone. Press your heels to the sky, your toes to your nose. Point your toes to the sky. And we'll point and flex here, flossing the nerve. Let it feel really good. Moving very slowly. You can alternate sides. Remember to breathe. Pause and roll your ankles in both directions. And shake your feet out a lot, faster and faster. Use your belly. Let your hands on the earth be light. Your legs are engaged but shaking all at the same time. And come to stillness. Bend one knee. Lower it down to the floor. Take the opposite foot and place the ankle over the knee. And come into a figure four here. Enjoy your hip. Have a rock. Remember to breathe. Slide your knees so they're knee over knee. And if you can grab your ankles, try that and enjoy your hips in this way. Release your hands. You'll lower your foot to the floor, both feet to the floor, untangle, and enjoy a windshield wiper for a moment. Release the hips. come back to center, and you'll put the opposite foot over the knee and do your figure four on the other side. And let your figure four be one that works for you. You might grab your knee or you might not. You might rock or you might be still. Let it feel good to you. Come knee over knee if you did that on the other side and you enjoyed it. If you hated it, don't do it. You might rock here and notice the shifts, the tightness, the energy. Release your hands, untangle, lower both feet to the earth. Readjust your sacrum, untangle your shoulders. If you have a block, come into supported bridge. If you don't have a block, come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly and pause here, letting things melt and shift. Hand on hand, hand on your heart, hand on your belly if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, or both hands on the floor if you're in supported bridge. Take a few moments here to intentionally restore. And you can stay here longer or do some other pose or stretch that you would like to do before Shavasana. If you're doing supported bridge and you want to extend one leg or the other because it feels amazing, do that. Giving your psoas a little stretch in your hip flexors, or do any other pose that your body needs. It's a bit of free choice, as I say. Noticing how it feels to listen to your body and how it feels to have choice. Appreciating choice and independence, this idea of healthy choice. And when you're ready, make your way to Shavasana in a way that feels good. It could still be in supported bridge or Supta Baddha Konasana, or you could spread your legs long. You choose. Taking in a big deep breath wherever you are. And a huge exhale. Allowing yourself to melt into the earth beneath you. Letting your body breathe for itself. Letting the earth hold you. And letting go of control, fixing things to do. Letting this act of independence being just letting things happen. Independently choosing rest and restoring. Allowing yourself to refill with energy. Recognizing that that is an act of independence in and of itself. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Very slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes, taking your time. And when you feel ready, enjoy a delicious stretch in whatever way feels good to you. Take your time. Enjoying the stretch, the relaxation. When you feel ready, make your way back to a comfortable seat where we began, slowly. There's no rush. And when you arrive there, enjoy a stretch in whatever way your body needs. And then allow yourself to drop back into that Shavasana seated. Maybe hands on your thighs, open or closed, or hands on your heart, or hand to heart, hand to belly. Choose what feels good. Practice choice. Noticing the choice that you have and noticing what feels good. Notice your chest rise and fall with the breath. Notice how you feel. Taking a moment to get comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, get comfortable. Someone asked me the other day if mindfulness means being comfortable where you're uncomfortable. And I would say it does if you can't change it, but if you can change it, you should. It's not an act of suffering or putting up with things. If you're uncomfortable, readjust. If you can. Taking in a big, deep breath of choice and spaciousness, accepting, allowing, and options. Exhale, releasing that tension, and taking a moment to consider how you might like to move forward, what choices you can make, what might healthy independence look like. Might it look like speaking up? Might it look like making a change? Might it look like doing nothing? You choose. But recognizing for you, what is healthy independence? Taking in another big deep breath and a huge exhale. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. May you all have a week of choice, focusing on what's in your control, asking for help when you need it, practicing choosing, practicing feeling healthy, practicing enjoying what you can. May you all have a beautiful week. Namaste.